Hey everyone, this is Jude here, back with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video, and today we're taking a look at Dinomorphia Labrynth. So we're gonna talk about the deck profile I used to get this 11 win streak in Platinum, and show some replays of the games that I got, just to show you how the deck works and why I'm running my current build as is. So, it was the start of the rank season a few days ago, and after using Caster and Purity to try and rank up in Platinum, I kind of struggled, and I wanted to refresh my playstyle, go back to basics, and pick up Dinomorphia. And thankfully, we got some new support to buff up the Dinomorphia Labyrinth strategy that I love to use. And let's take a look at the decklist real quick. So we're building a 40 card Dinomorphia Labyrinth deck, and one of the things that you notice here, it runs zero spells. So usually pure Dinomorphia loves to run Fossil Dig, Pot of Duality, and Pot of Prosperity for consistency and search power. I decided to not include any spells just because there's no space for a lot of them, and I'd rather run power traps and have more space for hand traps like Maxi, Ash Blossom, and Imperm, which are really good in the current Master Duel format. And to make sure the consistency is a bit there, I run multiples of 3 of a lot of my power traps. I did not have space for Trap Trick here, so that's concerning. But instead of using Trap Trick and the pot cards to get the traps I need, we have this new card in Master Duel called Wannabee. So Wannabee is a fun little card when the end phase happens. You can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Excavate cards from the top of your deck equal to the number of your opponent's unused spell and trap zones. So if you're going first, since your opponent hasn't set up anything, you can excavate 5 and set one trap out of the excavated cards and use it next turn. So this allows you to add more traps to what you initially set on turn 1, and going second, this allows you to have a trap live when your opponent has a board setup. So that's really good for disruption, and it's really nice, and it's pretty good in Master Duel right now. So let's take a look at the rest of the build. So as I said, 3 Max C. It's Master Duel, so you need Max C. Ash Blossom, the best hand trap in the game next to Max C. Imperm, very, very good against Caster right now, and even Purity, which is very, very common in the game. So yeah, you just want to Imperm them, stop them from going berserk with their boards. So for the Dinomorphic cards, 3 Theresia, your best starter in the game. You just set one Dinomorphic trap from your deck, along with the pretty cool revive effect for Diplos. Speaking of 2 Diplos, really good for foolishing Dinomorphic cards, especially if you have Kentrogene or Dinomorphic Alert set. Depends on the board state, so really, really handy. Also, your second fusion material for Frenzy most of the time. Then we have, for the Labyrinth, we have one Lady Labyrinth. So Lady Labyrinth is here for the grind game. Hard to remove boss because if you have a set card, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, cannot be destroyed by card effects as well. And when Labyrinth card or normal trap card is activated, you can chain this to set any normal trap card from your deck. Really crazy effect. Really, really good for the grind game and really powerful in general. Next, we have 3 Ferret Flames. Ferret Flames just bounces the entire board because your life points get lower and lower, and if your life points are so low, basically you can remove anything on the field, including Expurgi Noir or a Kashtera Arise Heart. Always handy. Next, for the Dinomorphia normal traps, you have Dinomorphia Domain, your branded fusion for the deck, your main fusion trap. Next, we have 2 Alert. You can Monster Reborn up to 2 Dinomorphia monsters equal level 8. You can You can revive a Theresia Diplos, you can revive a Stealth Bergia, a Kent, or a Rexstorm by itself. Really, really handy card for recovery, especially when they decide to remove your Dinomorphia fusions. You can just immediately revive them using this. Next, we have Dinomorphia Brute. Really decent removal, especially against pesky field spells, floodgates, and other monsters that might disrupt your play and your board. Really, really good. Next, 3 Dinomorphia Frenzy. Dinomorphia Frenzy is arguably better than Domain because it's more efficient. You only need 1 material from your main deck and 1 material for your extra deck, and it's really, really handy. The only drawback here is you can only use this during your opponent's main phase, so it's pretty much can get slow, but it's not slow enough that it's bad. It's really, really good. I love this card. Next, we have 3 big Welcome Labyrinth. This is mostly for Lady, and it also has a graveyard bounce effect, so you can bounce a card back to their hand with this. So really, really handy. Next, we have the Solemn Brigade, so 3 Solemn Judgment. Really powerful spell trap negate or a summon negate. Really nasty when you resolve this. Solemn Strike, special summon negate or a hand trap negate. Really good when paired with fusion trap. Dinomorphia Sonic is the in-archetype spell trap negate. Really, really good if you're kind of unsure if your opponent has a board breaker. Going second, you can set this alongside your regular Dinomorphia traps and have a pretty solid turn 1. Next, for the extra deck, we have 3 Kentrigina, Heart and Soul of the deck. Copies any normal Dinomorphia trap card. Stealth Bergia can have the monster attack burn, but this is mostly used for fusion fodder for Frenzy. Dinomorphia Rexstorm is your walking floodgate. If your opponent cannot activate effects of monsters they control that have attack greater equal than your life points. So if you have really, really low life points, they pretty much cannot activate anything. So that's pretty handy. Next, we have Chaos Angel. Chaos Angel can be made using a level 4 Dinomorphia and a level 6. So usually like Theresia, Diplos plus Kent, you can make this. Really good removal, really good for pushing for game for OTK. And Psychic and Punisher is your main OTK condition here. Ash plus Rexstorm is game. You have the Evil Czar here. Gagia is a walking Solemn Judgment. Dolka is a non-once per chain monster negate. You can use the same Dolka negate twice in 1 chain, so really handy. Abyss Dweller, just in case graveyard decks come up. You can replace this with a Baguska, but either way it's good. Codebreaker Virus Swordsman can out the Baguska, it's just here for that purpose. Now we talked about our deck. Now we go to the replays. I'm gonna show a couple of replays in rank. So there are a couple of replays here that we like to show you. And we're gonna go with we're gonna go with this replay against Branded. So Branded, let's go. So we got 11 straight wins with this, so we're gonna show you how the deck works. So pretty decent hand. We got the fusion trap, and we're going second, but they only set 1, so we're gonna use this as an opportunity to showcase what can you add. We're gonna set Sonic since we have all the Dinomorphic traps here, and we're just gonna attack and pass. We're gonna trigger Maxi to bait out something, and they don't. They're gonna go Lightning Storm. We're gonna Sonic that and save our back row. We want to use it much later. And we're gonna destroy Theresia. We're gonna activate Domain. And then they Ash that. But it's all good because we have Frenzy. So we're just gonna go with that. We're gonna summon Kent using Frenzy. And we're gonna make Rexstorm. But they imperm this, it's fine. And they surrender. I don't think they had anything after that, which was pretty weird. Anyway, we're gonna go to the next game. So this is a set 2-turn game. Really, really fast. So Dinomorphia usually wins fast, or but still has really good grind game. Way better Master Rule because time rules won't really affect you. Unless your timer really goes to 0. Don't let that happen, please. So we're gonna go Diplos here. We're gonna set Sonic just in case they have battle damage. They want to OTK. They're gonna call by the Maxi, which is fine. They're gonna go Planet Pathfinder, so that means they're playing Kashtera and they're gonna separate Sonic. We're gonna go Dinomorphia here. So we're gonna go Rexter, Entergina, and they're gonna go Unicorn. And Unicorn will not work here. We're gonna make another Rexterm for insurance here. And so, yeah. So they use triple tactics to capture another Rexterm, which is fine because we have another Rexterm, and we use that Rexterm to decrease their monster's attack. So it's gonna be really awkward. And they gave me a revive, so well, thank you for that. Third game we have here is I forgot what decks I saved here, but we have a lot of replays, so we're just gonna go through them quick. So, oh, this is the first duel where we're gonna show you how Wannabee works. So I'll have one set trap here, and a Solemn, and a Frenzy. However, Wannabee allows me to add any of these that I excavate. So we're gonna set Domain. So we have, and they're playing Labyrinth, so that's gonna be an intense trap deck versus trap deck battle. They're gonna use Ariana. We're gonna go with our Rexterm and Kentrigina set up early. We don't want to get caught by this. They activate the field spell, and we're gonna Solemn that. So they activate the Big Welcome, we Ash that, so just to stop them from doing anything. They have Heavenly Prison, they attack, and you know, Rexterm lowers the attack of monsters, so our board is pretty steady. They do Kurikara, however, we still have Frenzy and Grave, so I make, well, Rexterm number 2. They're not gonna be able to activate Kurikara during end phase, and we pretty much have the win here. So we're gonna lower their attack, we're just gonna OTK. They're just gonna return Ariana, doesn't do anything, we're still winning this one. Just gonna beat over everything here. We're gonna set Solemn Strike as a bluff, we can no longer use that. And they don't have anything after this, so we're just gonna go attack for game. They're gonna bounce. Just fine. We're just baiting the bounce. And we're gonna attack for game. Pretty simple. Weird that that game lasted 5 turns. A few turns longer than expected. We have 4 more replays here, just to showcase everything, what the deck does. Hope you're enjoying this, so if you like this, if you have any comments about the build, you can leave it in the comment section. Now we have Judgment Strike, all we need is a Fusion Trap, so we're gonna use Teresa to set Frenzy, and we have a decent board, so really good. They go Pot of Extravagance, we're gonna Ash that, we don't want them drawing 2. They're on Kashtera, we're gonna go set up our Dinomorphia board immediately just to not trigger Fenrir. So Fenrir won't activate. We're gonna get Fenrir destroyed, we're gonna use Brute to destroy the back row. And we're gonna use Teresa to revive Diplos. And have a pretty decent board. And I think this is OTK. Yeah, this is OTK. Smoothest OTK in this video, so pretty good. So we're gonna skip a bit. We're gonna go with the 6-turn duel and the duel where I got my 11th win in a row. So yeah, another great hand. So I'm gonna use Diplos to send Frenzy, and we're gonna use Wannabee to add an additional trap card. They're gonna go and add Big Welcome to protect our back row and have a really hard to remove monster. We're gonna Solemn Strike, Pure Lily. We're gonna go Labyrinth. They're gonna go Maxi, but we're gonna go Domain immediately just to dodge one Maxi draw. We're gonna go Frenzy, Rex Term, and just to prevent anything funny, we're gonna stop my friend. They're gonna summon here and they're gonna go Purity. They whiff, they only add the field spell and they only have another memory. This is weird because they get my Rex Term resolved, so they can't really do anything, so we're just gonna try and beat up their board. So we're gonna bounce Beauty here. Minor mistake there, but it's fine. We're gonna attack. And we're just gonna deal damage. So we're gonna have to be a bit patient in this one. We're gonna go My Friend. We're gonna go another Dinomorphia Fusion. We're gonna make Stealthberg here. I think it was a misplay because I was supposed to make another Rex Term, but I didn't have resources. It's all good. They whiffed again here, we're really lucky. So we're just gonna attack here and trigger Lady during battle, which is weird. And we're just gonna deal burn damage with Stealthbergia, so you can see what it does. It's pretty weird, but it's not as essential. And they did whiff there because they got all three, so it's good. We're just gonna use Ferret Flames here, I think, and we're just gonna be comfy. But then they realize they cannot activate Clump, so we win the game there. Last but not the least, we have the 11th win here, which is probably the exclamation point of this incredible streak. So pretty great hand. This is pretty much a set 5 pass. They had a bad hand here. They activate Maxi, but we're not gonna do anything to trigger that Maxi. We're gonna trigger our own Maxi, and then they don't do anything. We're gonna go with Labyrinth here. They bluffed the main phase for. I thought they were on evenly, but we're gonna go Dinomorphia, Rex Term, and Kentragina. They're gonna blow up my. They're gonna blow up my Kentragina, which is fine. That means I get an extra monster. But then we negate that, and yeah. We pretty much have an entire full sequence, pretty much a turn 1 board there, shutting down our opponent using all of our resources. But hey, that's Dinomorphia Labrynth, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any other suggestions on what other decks you want to see featured in this channel, you can leave that in the comment section below. If you're a Dinomorphia player, if you're a Dinomorphia enjoyer, you can leave a comment and share what's your insight on Dinomorphia on the deck and why you like the deck. You can subscribe to the channel, helps the channel grow. That would be awesome. And you can leave a like and you can share this video to anyone. But then that's it for today's video, and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. So goodbye, guys.